welcome to Talk with Precious. I am Precious Archibald, a writer and a self-published author. Here on my channel, we talk about a whole lot ranging from books to writing, financial management, sex education, and relationship. So today we are going to be talking about the 9 rules to live by. Yes, it everyone actually has a rule that governs their everyday life. And so I am going to be giving you the rules that would help you in your everyday living. I will be saying this on my perspective. Basically, what actually works for me might not work for you, but these tips I'm going to give out will help you to navigate properly in your everyday life. So, rule number one, low key. Yes, irrespective of the fact that we live in an age where everybody seems to put everything out there on the internet, I personally like to live my life on a low key. Yeah, this actually helps me in every part of my life. Sometimes you actually give your enemy a clue to actually tackle you. One thing in essence is, if you don't really tell somebody a particular aspect of your life, and there's nothing the person actually might use against you. So personally, I like to live my life on a low key. Most of the achievement, like, oftentimes people tend to put everything. I'm not saying being often on social media is not something worth doing, but at least irrespective of the fact that you are always on social media, there are some aspects of your life that you should keep private. It's not everything that you put out there for people to see, and it is not also everything that happens to you that you let people know. There are certain things you really ought not to tell people. There are certain things you really don't have to put out there on the internet, irrespective of the fact that you have a lot of people, putting stuff on the net, and then they still have their private life. And some people that don't actually expose, a lot of people really don't expose what they do indoors. So basically, I think it's very okay. It's very, very important to live your life on a low key. And then the next one we're going to be talking about is career. Yes, career is something that everybody should find. Like, you should know what you can do better. You should know what you can actually, like, what really works for you perfectly. And sometimes we actually mistake our jobs to be like our jobs, like we kind of like see it to be actually a career. That is really not a career, and sometimes we tend to live by it and then we feel all is okay. But I think as an individual, you should find your career path in life. You should know what you can actually do better, what you were called to do, because this is actually going to help you in the long run. Finding yourself, knowing your purpose, your aspiration in life will help you really, really good in every aspect of your life. And so the next one we're going to be talking about is choosing a relation. Yeah, personally, I like to choose my friends. It is not, sometimes when I see people trying to get closer to me, I kind of like draw back to actually look at it and then see things before I leap. So it is not everybody that comes your way. You can't say like you choose every Tom, Dick, and Harry to be your friend. So there are people that are not supposed to be your friend. There are some people you ought not to call your friends in any way. So you should be very careful with the kind of people you choose to be your friends. Like, you don't just see a random person and then assume this person is your friend. You have to really, really study somebody to know if that person really suits well with you. So it is also going to help you to choose, a better path in life. So next one we're going to be talking about is learning to say no. mm. This is kind of like, it's a tough one per se, that we, a lot of persons really don't know how to say no. And sometimes it really happens that this is somebody that you're so attached to, Like this person is your knows your ins and your outs, and you're trying to say no to this person in any circumstance might feel very tough. Another one is being committed to a job. Like even though maybe based on, sometimes it's usually based on the situation you find yourself in, that you get to, you get into a particular job, you're not earning well, and this job is not teaching you anything of sort, and then you really find it very difficult to say no, because at this point this is the only thing that you are holding on to. This is the only thing that provides meals on your table, but you have to learn to say no to circumstance that's kind of like caving your life. Let me put it that way. You have to learn to say no. If the job you are doing really isn't paying you well, or you're not learning, let me tell you, in life, that if the job you are doing really doesn't pay you well, or really you are really not learning from it, it's either you learn or you earn. So basically, if you're not doing either of these, there is no point talking to it. There's no point seeing it as it is your life, because it's really not your life. So learn to say no to situations that's kind of like really not going well with you. Learn to say no. Another one is decision making. Yeah, a lot of us actually let the other person make decision for us, and we kind of like feel that, oh, my boss says I have to do this, so I have to do this. My friend said I have to do this, so I have to do this. My mom said I have to do this. I am really not talking about being disobedient, but there's some choices in life that you need to take. There's some decisions that you need to make for yourself. You don't let people try to control every aspect of your life. If Mr. A doesn't say you should do it, you don't do it. It is your life. So whatever you like make out of it, it's either gonna be for your favor or not. So learn to take a decision for yourself. It's not everything that somebody's gonna do for you. Like, let me wait for him to decide. I can't do this if he doesn't ask me to do. I can't do this if she doesn't agree of it. Nobody owes you nothing, and you owes nobody nothing. The life you're living is yours. So just to make your decision and live it the way you want to live it, in as much as it is something that is going to pay off in the long run. Another one is chasing money. Yeah, most times, like really not most time, like it's kind of like a norm. Girls love money. Like everyone love money. I don't know. Everyone love money. Whether you're a boy, you're a girl, you're a man, you're a woman, everyone love money. Now, you have to chase money. Well, what I mean by you should chase money is not everything that comes your way you're gonna do for money. If this thing is not something that is worth doing, it's not something that is actually genuine. I'm not talking about in that aspect, but you have to, you know, especially if you are in your prime, this is the time to chase it. It's not when you're actually old, your hands are becoming weak, like you can't even walk a distance. That is not the time that you begin to chase money. Look, let me tell you, people kind of like money is very, some people say that money is not a source of joy, it's not a source of happiness, but I'm going to tell you it is a lie. If you don't have money, there's no how you're going to live a happy life. If you don't have money to solve your problems, man, you're really gonna live in a typical angry mood. Like, you're gonna be like an angry bird. Everything somebody does to you, like, oh, you're gonna get pissed off. Just a little conversation, like just seeing other person looking good, you're gonna get jealous and pissed off. So you have to chase money in your prime. Make the money so that when you grow older, you would be able to sit calm and enjoy what you have accumulated for so long. Another one is never be satisfied. I am not saying you shouldn't be contented, but I am saying you should never be satisfied. Now, you're in a particular circumstance, and then you kind of like feel that this situation that you are in is okay for you, so you don't want to like move to the next, and you don't want to try something new. You don't want to see from a different world. Don't really stay in a corner where, because things are upgrading on a daily basis. People are changing their lifestyle, they are upgrading, and they're moving to a greater perspective in life. So don't live a life where you just sit, and then you feel it is comfortable. Learn to upgrade. When situation change, you adjust, make adjustment, aim higher, and that way you are gonna be that better person you have always wanted to be. So this have, let's just call it the end of the video. Thank